Hey, what's up, Robin? Here's a video I promised talking about Trust Me I'm Lying link building. Go a bit more in depth here. As I said, I've been link building for about 8 years. This got me on, I've gotten contributor slots underneath my name and a couple of pin names on big DR 80 plus sites, real news sites, kind of those tier one levels. And just to walk you through it, or let's just walk through it right now. So, first and foremost, this is largely centered around a book Ryan Holiday wrote called Trust Me I'm Lying Confessions of a Media Manipulator. Here he kind of outlines how the media works. All right, so you have tier one websites or media, which is Wall Street Journal, CNN, Fox, etc. Tier two are still big media sites, but they're loosely described as blogs. So it would be Gawker Media, Business Insider, Breitbart. Still very hard to get links on these sites and mentioned on them. And then the last part is, these tier three sites. And these tier three sites are typically, solo bloggers, content sites. It's e-commerce blogs as well, or SaaS, whatever the industry is. It's just kind of the independent media, if you will. So these tier three sites you can get mentioned on. They're typically easier to reach. Not typically, they are easier to reach than tier two or tier one, right? Like you can't reach out to somebody at Drudge Report or you can't reach out to somebody at CNN unless you already have a connection with them. It's just emailing into a black abyss, right? So what we do, or I guess to explain the outlook first, is all of these tier one sites get their media from tier two, right? And then tier two media get their stories from tier three. Okay. And again, since we can't reach out to tier one or tier two, what we do is figure out what these tier three blogs are that these tier two sites are linking to. And then we build that relationship with the tier three sites. So I'll walk you through a clear cut study here. So Drudge Report, let's say I am a conservative blog or somebody, who would, let's say I'm in hunting or archery or something, and I know that my typical audience is conservative, maybe they're male, something along those lines, right? And so I know that getting on Drudge Report could be huge for me. I'm not looking at tier one just yet. Or you could reverse engineer and say, where's, again, Fox is typically more conservative. I'm an archery e-commerce store. If I can get on Fox, that would blow me up, right? Well, how do I get on Fox? Well, maybe they're getting news from Drudge Report, all right? But again, I can't reach out to Drudge Report, so let's see where Drudge Report is getting their stories. So what I do here is plug Drudge Report into Ahrefs because I know to get on here, I need to reach out to a tier, or I need to build a relationship and get mentioned on tier three sites. And then eventually, hopefully, Drudge Report will pick it up, all right? So what I do here from a tactical standpoint is I'm going to open up Ahrefs. Let's just type in Drudge Report and search it. And I'll move my little bubble. And let's see outgoing link domains. Actually, let's do link domains. I want to see who they are linking to over and over again. Now, the problem with Drudge Report is all the links drop off, right? It's kind of like these just get replaced. So it's not as clear cut. But what I would do is add some filters here. So I want domain rating to be low because tier three sites typically have a lower domain rating. And this tells me that I can get in touch with them, right? As higher DR, bigger media site, hard to get in touch with. Low DR, typically more independent, easier to get in touch with. Now what I'm going to do is look at links from Target. So I might just add in a filter here, because links from Target is basically telling me Drudge Report keeps linking to them over and over and over again. So I would look at, where the fuck is links for Target? Links from Target, there we go. And let's do 10 plus, all right? This tells me that it's a low DR site that Drudge Report has linked to at least 10 times, all right? So if I open this up, it looks like this is actually just an ad. So you got to open these up and make sure, right? Like Drudge Report, this is clearly just an ad. Yeah, okay. So not what we're looking for here. Daily News Los Angeles. Daily News Los Angeles. As you can see, I think they just have a link to them on the homepage, which I'm going to get to later on. Gertz file, again, kind of just looking to me like these are all URL parameters, so I think it's just a link on the homepage. But here, crazy day and nights, again, all just links on the homepage. So this one's a bit harder, but they're linking to these sites, a number of times. And as I said, it's all on the homepage. So if we go and look at the homepage here, let's close this, we can see that they link to people that they get news from, right? They're like they're just clear cut and like, hey, we get news from InfoWars, Intercept, Jerusalem Post, LA Daily News, LA Times, MarketWatch, Mediaite, all this stuff. So it's very clear to me actually who I should try and be building relationships, because if Drudge Report is clearly telling me that they're getting links on these or from these sites or stories from these sites, I want to hit them up. The problem is not all of these are going to be tier 3. Some of these will be big, like Daily Beast. That's still a big ass site. Yeah, DR90, I'm not going to reach there. So that's why I applied this filter, right? You can look at the homepage. This kind of speeds it up a bit. So a prime example that I shared in this newsletter, I clicked through a couple of these sites. The one that popped out to me is Crazy Days and Nights. And as I can see here, first and foremost, screw that. That is insane with ads. Don't know why I still use Google Chrome, to be honest with you. I will pause. All right, here we go. All right, cool. Kill all those ads, damn it. So now I can see, Crazy Day and Nights. Let's actually fact check myself and see clearly Drudge links to them. Crazy Day and Nights. Yep, right there. All right, cool. So somewhat low of a DR, 49. Domain traffic, 41 or 47,000. So it's a small enough site. He's also got his email address right here. And from the looks of this is a blogger or journalist who just writes. And he does it out of passion, right? This is an old school like Blogspot style, create a blog. Yeah, this is blogger.com. So this is a perfect person that I would want to build a relationship with. And the idea here is if I can build a relationship with this and he keeps sharing my stories, right? I'm coming out with good newsworthy stories that would be relevant for him and relevant for Drudge Report, right? That could be a whole separate video, just creating content ideas. But if he can keep sharing my stories, I know that Drudge Report keeps looking at his website, and then eventually, hopefully, Drudge Report will pick me up because they will see the stories on his site. Now, when it comes to building a relationship with this guy, you cannot half-ass it. You can't just like shoot this guy an email and be like, hey, I love your work, blah, 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 blah. You're kick-ass. Like, will you share my stories? No, you have to actually build a relationship with him. And as I outlined here, yeah, I even have a link to an article where I kind of tell people how to personalize the outreach. But immediately when seeing this, it's beautiful that he has his email right there. I'd also take a look at him on Facebook and see content is not available right now. Okay, so he probably got blocked. Email again, Crazy Days and Nights. Biggest thing that I'm seeing is Patreon. So what I would do, 100%, no question asked, is join, support him on Patreon. I would probably just do it I'd probably do the Zoom party one, 20 times a month plus 2 new basement blasts per week. Yeah, what I would do here totally is join this Zoom party and probably join one of those Zoom calls. It sounds like plus all the podcasts every month we'll be invited to a Zoom party where you can hit me up with all your questions. Yeah, awesome. This is badass. This is the best way to get a hold of this guy through and through. So what I would do to build this relationship is I would join this and I would attend this monthly Zoom party and ask him a question and then probably shoot him an email after that Zoom and just get the conversation started, right? Like I usually don't pitch a story from the very beginning. I just want him to know that I'm a like-minded individual. And then eventually, after a week or two, once I start having content come up, or maybe you already have content, but then you can start pitching him and see if he'll share it, right? And that's how you build the relationship. That's what is so important about this is you have to build this relationship. Like you will not get on Drudge or any of these tier two media sites unless these tier three media sites are propping you up. And to get that, you need to build a relationship with them. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So I did this for Drudge Report. This is pretty applicable, like no matter what niche you're in, right? Like we did it with surfing. I think surfing.com was a big one that we were, or maybe it was surf.com. What the heck was it? Surfing tips. No, it wasn't Lush Palm. I think it was, yeah, Surfer. Haha. This is the one that, we were able to do this on as well. It's again kind of the same thing, right? So I just come in here. I'm doing this live. So remove that. Link domains. Okay, actually, let's reapply that filter. Let's do 10. Yeah, cool. So they clearly features. Okay, so this is, see the movie trailer. Okay, so this is like a movie, probably not a good target. 57 times. Okay, so this is what I like to see, even better than 10. Okay, this is something like email source. Yeah, that's not relevant. 22, 3 slobs. What the heck is this? Okay, so this looks like it's no longer active. All right, so this is a bit harder. So it takes a little bit, surffirst.org, okay. Force reckon with, fill out our survey. Interesting. So it looks like they might own SurfFirst or surffirst.org. So RS Surf, okay, cool. They're linking to them 30. Yep. It's a damn product. It's an e-com shop. Okay, Follow the Light Foundation, Viking Surfboard, Surfer Pole. So features. Okay, so this is not going as well as I would have liked it. It takes a little bit. Let's actually move this to like 30. Surfer Pole, America, dang. So they just keep linking to the home page. So what is this? ASP. And hopefully you know your niche a little bit better than what I know about surfing, because I have to go through every single one of these websites and see which one's actually a blog. Surf Shop Challenge. All right, cool. Historyofsurfing.net. Features. Okay, so they keep linking to History of Surf. Okay, so this might actually be a good one. Man. Wow, okay, never mind. Guess that's... So I am failing utterly right now, but San Diego, any of these, you'll have to just go through BC Surf, like go through these and see where the heck another one is. This is ridiculous. Encyclopedia of Surfing, they've linked to them 600 times. Okay, this is a damn good website, I bet. Okay. Yeah, 100% blog, except blog. Okay, interesting. I just close out of that. Anyway, that's it, man. I'm running out of time here, but that's what I would do. Again, remember the most important part of this is figuring out the tier 3 sites is typically a little bit easier. And what you want to do is build relationships with multiple people, not just one, right? When you have a new article come out, you want to share it with all of the tier 3 sites that you've built relationships with, right? Like that one guy, this guy right here, he's just one person I would build a relationship with. I would look at all the other sites that Drudge Report is linking out to and build relationships with them. And take a look at this, the personalized and outreach email. This will help you, I think, a lot in terms of building a relationship versus, this guest post shit that doesn't work. So let me know if you have any questions.